Welcome back to the City Palms podcast, everybody, and happy Halloween. I know we still got a month to go. This is like just October starting, but for me, this whole month is Halloween. You know what I'm saying? Are you excited for Halloween this year, Dan? What do you got planned?
I am excited, dude. I don't really have anything planned. What I have fun planned is trying to come up with an idea. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. For Halloween in general, I don't know. I think.
What do you normally do for Halloween? You usually trick or treat with the kids, right? Zach's kids?
Yeah, with Zach's kids, yeah. But I don't know. I probably will end up doing that, although I don't know exactly what they're doing. If they end up not going out, or like I don't want to go with them or something, I may just. I'm thinking about like. I don't know, man. I wish I was in a community where kids walked around. Like, it'd be fun to decorate the outside of the crib and, like, hand out candy now that I'm older or whatever. I do it in fun ways, dude.
Yeah, I've kind of looked forward to
have
that
a gun
year.
and, like, shoot them at
Or the chainsaw. You be that house where you're just scaring the crap out of the kids with the chainsaw.
Fuck yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, I feel like this year will be different, no?
Yeah, maybe.
We'll see. I mean, what I've got planned, it'll be pretty much the same. I'm planning on doing a bunch of spooky art and all that stuff. Speaking of art, today we've got a pretty exciting episode. I'm excited for this. We've got Cloud Kent. How are you doing today, dude?
Yeah.
I am doing great. Thank you for having me. I am Cloud Kent. Before we start, I got a gift for you guys.
No way.
Oh,
Got
what?
a gift.
What?
So, this is not weed. All right. So, we got here some handmade stickers. I did them 5 minutes before we got here.
What?
Yep.
Damn,
Yeah.
bro. What?
Yo, these are dope. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, for
Put it
real,
anywhere
thank
you want. Save it, please.
You know,
yeah,
I
these are
love this concept of using these like postage
Yeah.
things as stickers.
Yeah, I
I've never
just
done it before.
take a whole fucking bunch sometimes, and I just hand them out to loved ones and or just friends and or I even sell them as well. So yeah, they're pretty fun to do.
Super sick.
Thank you.
Hell yeah,
Thank you.
dude. We'll be putting these up. We've been trying to collect local art, but I always want to like. I'm gonna pay, like Victor is someone who I want to pay.
That's
for
my
a
boy.
piece.
That's my boy.
And I don't just want to hit up artists and be like, hey, you want to spare, like, give me a piece to put up here?
I
want
got
to pay
you,
the
I
money.
got you.
And this art is expensive. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes,
it's
it is.
worth every penny.
Yes, it is.
Once we've got the budget, we'll have this place decked out and all the
Absolutely.
art. You know, what
It's
I'm
all about the grind, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yo.
Speaking of the grind, we usually, with interviews like this, we want to start just from like the top, like just from where it all began, because I'm a visual artist and whatnot, so I feel like there's certain things that I wonder, because you're someone who's pretty established around here and more than just this state, you grew up in New York?
I grew up in New York. Yeah, I grew up on 97th Street, Amsterdam Avenue. I grew up right across the street from Catholic school, a Catholic church, and the pizzeria. So that was like my two safe havens, Catholic school and then the pizzeria. So I'm Spanish, but like I felt like I was always Italian because of that reason. I would just go straight to the pizzeria right after that. And it got to the point where they would just like fucking serve me free pizzas and be like, all right, kid, here's a pizza. Get the fuck out of here.
So until what age did you live in New York?
I moved out of New York. This is actually very important to my journey. I moved out of New York at 20 years old. I went to college in New York City College of Technology. I did like maybe a year in my associate's degree, and I got stuck over there. Like, as far as I always felt different. Like, I always was a black sheep and everything, like my whole life. Like the underdog. I just always have felt like that. So I got stuck with the wrong kind of like crowd. I always got into like issues. And for me, it was a decision to like either, hey, Kenny, you're either going to be ending up in jail or you're going to be dead if you don't get up out of your situation. So I chose to fucking get up and move, and I moved to Florida by myself.
Damn.
Changed my whole life.
Why Florida?
Why not? The sun is here. It's a lot more calmer. Just everything. Everything was just the right move, and I am so fucking glad I did it.
Was
Man,
Southwest
that's
Florida your original destination?
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
I actually had an uncle that lived over here, and he was just
Okay.
like, yeah, you should, come check it out and stuff like that. And I did, and I fell in love. I was like 19 when I first went to visit him and stuff like that, and he started telling me like, yo, listen, you could really like kind of change your life over here. And I did just that. My whole fucking universe changed after that. Can I curse?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So moving to Florida was the best decision I ever made. I honestly think I would be just dead if I didn't move to Florida. Yeah.
Damn.
So let me ask, because I want to get into like your artistic journey and you finding your art style and everything, coming into yourself as an artist. In New York, as you were going through school and everything, like you had that feeling of like being the outcast, the black sheep. Was art?
I was always very popular though.
Oh yeah.
Even though I felt like that, I was always very like I was with everybody.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter if you were a nerd or like, a jock or I was cool with everybody. I was that kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
I was a really stand-up kind of kid.
Yeah.
Growing up.
But was it more like you felt like people didn't really understand you or something like that?
I would always be sent to the therapist for no reason. Hey, Kenny, you got to go to this person now. And I never knew why nobody else did. And it doesn't make any sense. So why am I going? I just never questioned it. I just went.
Yeah.
So that was me. So that was the kind of like outcast or black sheep. Maybe I was misunderstood in some kind of way. So
was art a part of your life back then?
Yeah,
it was an escape for you.
Life is art has always been a part of my life. So people move to New York for art, right? You have Keith Haring, which is I love that guy. Basquiat, he's from there, but you have like people like Keith Haring that moved there, migrated there to pursue an art career. I had to get the fuck out. I actually got bullied for doing art. I grew up in a very strong Latino family. So for me, it was just like, you need a secure job. You need to not show emotion. You need to do this and that. Strong. No emotion.
Yeah.
Nothing. That's the way I grew up. And I was kind of jaded, from doing art a lot. I would like lose competitions and stuff. Like, it was always a part of me. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I got into art in the first place is because my father, in jail all my life, he would send me actually postcards from jail. And he would send me some dope ass shit. Like for me as a kid, like maybe 5-6 years old, I would go visit him like it was fucking normal in Rikers and shit. I would get like postcards of fucking Wolverine and X-Men, the whole fucking gang, Ninja Turtles and all that shit. And I used to be like, yo, this is the coolest thing ever, on handkerchiefs and all that. It got me into it.
He would draw it with like pencil?
He would draw it. He was a natural. Yeah. I don't know how the fuck he did it. I don't even know how he got the colors, but he was really good. Now I kick his ass any day in art now. I don't know where the fuck he's at. Hi, Dad. But yeah, he got me into it. He got me into it for sure. So
then you said you were pursuing your associate's degree when you left New York?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I wanted to do. I was 19, 20. I was like hung up on girls, and girls were breaking my heart. And I actually wanted to go to school for I wanted to go to Purchase. It's a college in upstate New York, SUNY. And I wanted to learn sculpting metal art. And I remember just getting put down for that. And I remember being in love at that time and having awesome grades up until then. And then like being in love and something horrible happened and I just fucking gave up on everything. And I just got put down for like my passion. Like I wanted to sculpt art. Who the fuck does that? Like at that age, like from New York, I hung out with a whole bunch of hood people, Mm-hmm. So it's just like, I was always an outcast for sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I wanted to do that. I still want to do it. So maybe one day I'll pick up some fucking like a torch or something. I will. And that's what I really wanted to do. And yeah.
Even then, did you have it in your brain that art could be something you could do for the rest of your life?
No, not at all. I was still trying to get to know myself. Like, not even try to get to know myself. I was trying to survive.
Yeah.
I was trying to survive. I wanted to live. Yeah. At that age, I was 19, 20. My little sister was just about to turn 1. And I was just like, I want to see you turn 5. I want to see you turn 10. So I was just like, you know what? This is gonna hurt me more than anything. I gotta leave, and I left.
Damn.
Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it sucked. It was the worst.
So you
feeling
said
ever.
20 years old is whenever you picked up shop and you
I
just
fucking left.
So because I know the feeling of moving across the country and just going to kind of nothing. You don't know anyone. You're not going to like a friend group. You don't have people you grew up with or anything like that.
I didn't know nobody.
So when you first started your life here, was it a matter of, okay, let's get a job, or did you just fully go art mode?
No, it was for me it was get a job and go to school. Latino type of mentality, secure. That's the word that I can say the best. Security. My mother even told me security today. Like, I'm just tired of hearing the word secure. I don't want to be secure. I'm not a secure person. I really am not. I'm the opposite of that. And it's funny because I went to Catholic school pretty much my whole life. All boys, fucking. So I went to Florida, and I got a job in the medical field. Actually, I went to school for medical assisting, so I could draw blood, I could give shots. I listened to doctors bitch and moan and stuff like that. So that's fun. I did that for a long time. I did that for like 6-7 years. Yeah, and that was kind of like my security. You know, I could get a job anywhere. That was the thing, especially for Latino family. Make sure you can get a job anywhere. If you get fired anywhere, make sure you just need money. You just need money.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my mentality. I went to school for something I didn't even want to do. I did it. And I wish I would have known half the things I know now. And I wish I wasn't kind of like restraint. I think that's the best word I could use for like my whole life. I've been restrained my whole life. Now I'm a fucking lion. Now I'm right here, baby. Like,
yeah,
I'm out here, you know?
Yeah, I was going to fast forward a tiny bit and ask, at what point did you cut the security net? Because all of us have that, especially as artists. Like, all of us know, that there's the potential of making a living doing this. This is your dream. You know, you could make that a living, but there's the risk of losing it all if it doesn't work.
100%.
And at what point
100%.
did you say, okay, let's cut this security net because I'm not about security anymore. I'm about following my dream.
I think this is gonna hit a big audience at this point. For that, I had heart surgery at 25 years old.
Damn.
Open heart surgery. It was the scariest thing in my life. And I grew up very strong, not showing emotion, like I said earlier. And it was a tough time for me. I was 25, being told by the doctors that, yo, you could die any moment. You're a ticking time bomb, Ken. And you actually should have died when you were 7 years old. Like, hearing all this stuff and like just going through it. I don't want to say alone, but to me, I always felt alone. So I was going through that shit alone. I was going to the doctors alone. Mm-hmm. And being told that, and it was probably the craziest thing to go through in my life.
What led up to that? Like, upon learning those things from the doctor, was there like some problems you were having? Or something?
Yeah. I had my blood pressure 200 over 100. Big boy shit. That's that. If you have that, go to the ER immediately. I neglected my health for a long time. My health is not an issue of eating or anything like that. It's since a kid. Birth defect. I was born with it. Just never knew it. So I'm a really blessed, lucky young man right now to be standing in front of you guys. And that segues into the art. I had my open heart surgery, and Dr. Cedric Sheffield, thank you, my good friend, saved my life at the Cleveland Clinic. He kind of made me feel good about everything. He's like my guardian angel. He did my surgery, and I came back a different man. I came back a whole different human being. I experienced death. Damn. And I came back through fucking 7 layers of death, like of hell, and I came back as this guy. So I wasn't like this guy before at all. So I'm 30 years old right now, and this is after 25. I was developing my art. Like, before, I'm not an artist. I was not that. artist. After 25, some heartbreaks. It just turned me into this guy today, Cloud Kent. It really did. It really did.
That's amazing, bro. Your story is motivational, for real.
It's really tough saying it sometimes. I want to fucking ball out right now. I'm not going to lie. Every time I talk about it, it's kind of hard for me not to feel any kind of like emotion.
Yeah,
it really is.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys seen my character. I have a little heart character. He has like a little crack on his skull. And I actually drew him before I ever knew I had a heart problem. 2013. I had my heart surgery in 2015. So 2013. And I don't know if you guys believe in fate or anything like that, or God, but I felt like I was placed these images in my head to kind of like prepare me, like, yo, young soldier, you're going to go through a lot, but you're going to be all right. And make sure you keep your heart intact, and make sure you still have a big heart. Don't go cold. So that's where I'm at today. I still got a big heart. I'm not cold. I'm still loving. I'm still forgiving. Yeah. And
that's such a hard thing, especially like coming up as a young adult, and especially when it's hard, like when you are just surviving. That's one thing that I'm like, I'm wondering how things are going to play out with how just the state of the world right now and everything. I feel like lots of people are latching on to these like art forms and creative outlets to really like stay grounded and not get too, because like at the end of the day, a lot of this is just survival, bro. And it's really hard to like to hold on to that true self inside while you're just struggling to like claw to get by.
I think we're all struggling with a lot of inner demons, you know. Without this outlet, I don't know what the fuck I would be doing. I'll be, like I said, I'll be dead. So I encourage everybody to draw, take up photography, acting, whatever you can do, because this world that we're living in today, we need a nice, healthy outlet, you know.
Yeah, to really stay yourself, because I feel like all of us, especially social media, has like really compounded this crazy to where all of us are seeking some sort of validation from a lover, from like friends, from family. We're seeking validation, and if you go about your whole life and it's all about, you know, what's cool, the trends, how many likes you're getting on your post, how many followers you got, like all this stuff, all these superficial things, you're never really gonna like look inward. And I feel like with some of the like artists I've met, that is the reason that they are this new confident lion, like you said. Like, you know, I've seen performers who, when they find their voice and they find their music, that makes them them, you know? And because anytime they pick up the microphone, that's them, you know? You see it with rappers all the time, where like they're so confident about themselves because they found this thing that's theirs, you know?
It takes time. It's patience. It does not happen overnight. It took me a while. It took me a long time. I'm not gonna lie.
Took a heart surgery.
Took a heart surgery. It took a fucking chainsaw to the fucking chest. For me, especially after that, it took solitude. People have always been distractions in my life. So now that I kind of have like my own energy intact, and I know my value, I know my worth, I've become a magnet. You know, now it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to come my way, but it's just like what I allow at this point.
Yeah.
Because they've always been a distraction for me, people. Negative energy and this, I believe solidly in human connection, but also in energy.
Yep.
You know, we're all light bulbs, and, you know, we could be dim, we could be light, you know, we all are humans, but what we output is what we get at the end of the day. So that's how I feel right now.
Yeah, and the people you surround yourself with, or the lack thereof, is gonna affect your energy regardless. 100%. Like, if you surround yourself with these people that are all these like circuits, you know, like to fuel that energy, it's like you can feel it. And then 100%. You can also feel inversely when there's people around you that they're feeding off of everyone else's energy, because like they've always got something to complain about. They've 100%. Always got something wrong that like you get roped into, and it's like that is draining, you know, especially as an artist.
Yeah, 100%. I find myself more being very vocal. You know, I've been very quiet for a long time with, you know, just focusing on visual. But as somebody that wants to change the world, I want to save the world, and not only the world, myself. I understand that I have to be more of a vocal person. So energy is very important. Who we have, like you said, who we have around, they influence us. We're a product of our environment at the end of the day. And I strongly do believe that. If you have a group of entrepreneurs around you who are successful, guess what? If you're around that, it's only due time before you're that as well. 100%. So I'm in that stage right now, and it's a blessing. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. So even if your circle is this small, that's fine. Please take that, hug that, love that. You should. Doesn't matter how big your circle is. It really doesn't at all.
Yeah.
Facts.
When it comes to art, I wonder, because now you do murals, you know, you're a very, you have your style, you know, anyone who follows you knows a Cloud Kent piece, you know.
Thank you. Yeah.
When did that sort of, I guess a simpler question, when did you start doing murals?
I actually just started.
Really?
My first mural was probably like 2016, just fucking around in somebody's garage, and it sucked balls in my head. It could probably be good to somebody else. I did an Incredible Hulk. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Like, nobody ever taught me anything regarding art. No, I am raw talent, guys. I don't know I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But
trial and error.
It's trial and error. And you know, I just learned along the way what's comfortable to me. What kind of tools I use, what kind of paint, like now I love to use my acrylic paints and a combination of that and spray paints, aerosols. So, but yeah, I would say 2015, 2016 was my first, after my heart surgery was like my first mural, and then I've done maybe 4 murals so far, and it's continuing to grow at a steady rate right now. So I'm pretty happy. And I love doing murals because I feel confined right now. I feel confined doing small canvases, and even 5-foot canvases. I feel like a prisoner. I have so much to do. Like I have a lot to do. I don't want to feel confined. I want the fucking world. I want everything.
Yeah.
So the more murals, guys, hit me up.
Is it for me, because I've never done a mural, and I've always wanted to embark on a project that big, but I get so intimidated at the thought of like I don't even know how to begin with if there's a certain way I want, like, you know, if I'm doing a portrait or something like that, I don't even know how to transfer that to a giant wall.
You know what I think? I think you think about it too much.
Mm-hmm.
When I do a mural, I just freestyle. I just do it. And I don't do a mural unless they give me creative freedom. Oh. Anything that I do, you don't tell me what to do with my artwork. I won't do it. I'll say no. And I've said no plenty of times. You got to give me creative freedom. You get the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
You will.
Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah.
That's a question I was going to ask, is if at any point in your art career commissions were a part of it.
I stopped doing commissions 2 years ago. The reason why is because I did a portrait for a person, not gonna name their name, but they were bipolar, depression, which is something that we'll probably get into in a little bit. And I did a portrait with them in my style. It was probably maybe 4 years ago, and just like an acting role, like let's say Leonardo DiCaprio in The Departed, or like the Django, like he really gets into that character. As an artist, that's the way I am. So I took his image and I studied his face, but I felt everything. I'm a person that feels so deep that sometimes I hate myself about that. Like, why do I have to feel like this? I drew everything that I saw from his energy and his face. I don't do photorealistic. That's not my style. But I drew kind of what I felt from him, mm-hmm. and just his distinct features from if you look at it, and it drained me. It took me a month to draw that shit. I sold it. It was amazing. He loved it, but I just can't do stuff like that no more. It really takes a toll on me as a creator, and mm-hmm. I don't want to feel like that. I want to be happy when I draw. Mm-hmm. I'm done painting in a way where my soul is taken out of me. That's in the past. I try to strive for like a happy life now.
Yeah.
That makes
I
sense.
did a Edgar Allan Poe piece also in 2017 after an ex-girlfriend broke my heart. She broke my heart. She broke me. She's the reason why I'm gonna be a millionaire.
Fuck yeah.
She just broke my heart so much. I decided to read Edgar Allan Poe paintings. I grew my mustache like yours. I love your mustache.
Thank you.
And I had a little bit of hair at that time, and I drew Edgar Allan Poe. And I studied The Raven, poetry, and Edgar Allan Poe. The whole theme was purple, and one of my most technical pieces. It took me a month, and I was the most depressed piece of shit in my life. And after that, I just decided never to do another portrait, unless I don't look at things when I draw. So if I like look at you, for example, that's it. I'll draw it in my way.
Yeah.
I don't want to study everything because I'll become Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't want to do that. It's too much.
I feel that.
It's too much.
I feel that so much because I recently just closed my commissions. I had it to where I would I'd take commissions here and then I'd close it and then maybe open it up to take some more and then close it. And it got to the point where just recently I was taking a bunch.
Yeah.
And it was like I never heard it described like that, but it was like every time I'd go to do one of these pieces, it was like my soul was getting taken out to complete it. And
Yes.
not only that, but it's
Money's
just
good, but it's not that good.
exactly. And the amount of time it takes and the amount of energy it takes to create a piece for
Not
someone
worth it.
is not worth it as an artist because you know what you need to feed your soul. And you have all these projects like in your head. And one thing that I dealt with recently was I feel like people don't understand art style. They don't understand that like what a Cloud Kent piece is a Cloud Kent piece. You know what I'm saying? So like if you are wanting him to draw such and such,
I've
it's
had that
going to
before.
be in your style, you know?
Right.
And then when people come at you unhappy, it's like, all right, then take your money elsewhere. You know what I mean?
I think that's something that all artists have to experience. Like, please do not get discouraged if you're a creator. Do you be you? Don't ever conform to anybody's imagination. It's your imagination.
Mm-hmm.
They're paying for you and your art, not what it's in their mind. So until I got that under my thick head, like years ago, I saw an evolution. So it took a while though. Yeah. But money's good.
Yeah.
It's not that good.
And bro, it's like, because my day job, I work in the public, so I deal with customers. It's all about customers always right and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
And I don't want to take as much as my, the people you're painting for are your customers, and like you have to. It's all about customer service and everything. You want to do the best service you can, but it gets to a point where it's like this isn't slave labor. You know what I'm saying? So like I had someone reach back out to me after. The commission wasn't even for them. I did the commission for a person, and it was a birthday present to the other person. Dude's birthday, he gets back to me about the piece. And I'm not going to name any names, but he said he pointed out flaws in the piece about like the shadowing or something. And I was like,
you got to be fucking kidding.
I was like, okay, y'all can go, like, I got my money. You guys can go like mock my art or whatever. Like, I don't care. But it's like, how could you have I don't understand how
it stings. I understand.
Yeah.
That would sting me too. It was just like, the audacity. Why the fuck would you even say
audacity?
anything?
That's the word. Yeah.
You have to have a lot of cojones or ignorance.
Yes.
More ignorance to fucking say something like that. You don't say that to a creator. You don't say that to an artist. Like art is art. If somebody pours their heart and their soul and overall just their gusto into it, you don't say shit like that. So that's just straight up hate and ignorance. Unhappy people say that.
Yep.
And
Not
I mean,
cool.
I have had times where it's helped me as an artist where like someone wasn't happy if the
Like some criticism, creative criticism.
Yeah, or if what I created for them wasn't exactly what they asked for, I'll own up and I'll be like, okay, you're right, let me redo it. But if it's like something like that, I'm like, bro, get out of here.
Yeah, get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah, he was trying to say the way it should have been done to like look more realistic, and I was like, then you paint it.
Right. No,
Yeah,
respectfully,
right.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, you fucking painting and then.
Is it time for a break? Have we been going that long?
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick break to restart the cameras, and we'll be right back for part 2.
Yes, sir.
Hey. thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had a lot of questions. How do I record an episode? How do I get my show into all the apps people like to listen? How do I make money from my podcast? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. And now, Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means you can get paid to podcast right away. In fact, that's what I'm doing by reading this ad. And let me tell you guys a little bit about Anchor. So, like I said, it's a one-stop shop, distributing, you put your podcast on. It couldn't be easier to use. My brother and I, when we started this podcast, we're looking around for a website. Where do we get our podcast up and running? How do we get it? Literally those exact questions. How do we get it on iTunes? How do we get it on Spotify? And I was trying to do that stuff by myself. And that's when I started looking up. And there's other ones you can use like JPod and all that. But let me tell you, Anchor, nobody's going to do it as great as Anchor. And most of all, it's free. So that's what you always do, man. That's what you love, is Anchor being free. So if you've always wanted to start a podcast, make money doing it, go to anchor.fm/start. That's anchor.fm/start to join me in the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. Once again, that's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast. Yes! Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the ads.
Don't forget about the shirts. Nothing is a coincidence shirts. Still on sale. Forgot to mention that at the beginning.
Yes, sir.
We're almost sold out, so DM us if you want one, because for real.
Buy one now.
Yep.
Thank you, guys.
Yep. While supplies last, I don't know if we are going to up on the shirts. I mean, eventually we might, but yeah, get them while you can. So to bring it back, I wanted to ask, you talked on break, you touched a little bit about how this is your design for anyone just listening or anyone watching curious. Your design's kind of red background with, like, you know, money, and there's a lot that is like you. Like this fist is another one.
Yeah.
Like this fist is kind of what I noticed. You have art in Ace of Fades, and I go get my haircut there, and I'm looking around. I'm like, and I know that's you don't.
I don't know if
I know.
They might have. I don't know.
You didn't. Did you do something with Victor?
That's probably what it was. Yeah. Victor's my boy. So we just be having art. I don't. Half the pieces I do so many.
I know.
I forget.
I know. and if it's not your art, it's like something like this, just on the mirrors of some.
It probably is like a little sticker though. Now that I'm thinking about it.
But no, that's you. And what I wanted to ask is, like, how for you as an artist, how has pricing your art come to be? Because he's an artist and he's my brother, and I tell him all the time, like, bro, you gotta charge it higher. Like, those grips behind you, he was selling them.
Or this. How much would you price that at?
7, 8, close to 1,000.
That's what I'm saying, dog. Like, and it goes back to.
That's a nice piece. You did that?
Thanks, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, see, blowing his mind, cause like,
I would charge $100,
bro.
You're fucking kidding.
That's what. Dude,
I'll buy it right now if you charge $100.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Come on, dude. No, way more than that. You kidding me? 1,800.
And see, and he was about to say the grips too. Like, grip tape is something I charge $20, like max, mostly. Like the Madara behind you is probably like the most intricate painting of those, and I charge $20 because me personally,
$20 for these?
Yeah,
you're on drugs. You're fucking kidding me,
bro. They were 10.
If I was to do
they
that,
were 10.
400 at least for one of these.
What?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying.
For
you
that,
know your word.
I would, if I did that. That's 2 G's right there.
What?
Man knows his worth. See,
2
I
G's.
love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, you have
All right, you heard it here first, people.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
He's upping up his prices.
Yes,
ladies
sir.
and gentlemen, you got to take it as it is. That's it. Dude, yeah, you're phenomenal.
And see, have you heard of Neckface by chance?
Neckface.
He's like in the skate industry, skate world. He's a famous artist through like skateboarding.
Images. I would know him by images.
You definitely would know his style. 'Cause
Yeah.
Neckface is like all over skateboarding and like in.
I would know his
stuff.
style if I seen it.
And
yeah.
I remember in one interview I saw of him, I think in New York actually, he was coming up. New York. He was coming up as an artist, and he got art in an exhibit. He like linked up with someone, made the right connections, got an exhibit with like all his pieces, and he was gonna set it up. And he had set his prices, and the curator of the event or whatever, this lady that like knew her stuff, knew art and like art sales, said, okay, you need to up your prices by like 300%, for real. And then he's just like, no one's gonna buy it for like $500. Da, da, da. He sold out of everything in the exhibit, sold out, because that she's like, just trust me, this is how it works. So he upped all his prices, all of them sold. And he made bank.
It's really how it is, man. It's a lot of it is, like you said, value, knowing your value and, self-worth. I kind of see it like, you could kind of put an analogy out like fast food. McDonald's, low on prices. You get it quick. Let's take it up a notch. Cheesecake Factory. You gotta wait 30 minutes for a nicer meal. You gotta pay a little bit more. That's exactly how it is. Mm-hmm. And it applies to the art world too, and also goes for the image. If you're really trying to make something out of yourself in the art world, obviously it's consistency and pricing. And even if you don't sell, that's okay. Because you sell it for a little bit higher, but you know your worth. Like that should not be $100. I'm kind of pissed off at you because that is a beautiful painting.
All right, I gotta get on Etsy after this interview. And
yes,
that shit. Thank you,
stack.
Bro. Thank you.
Yes, no problem.
And it's important too, because to the untrained eye, I've always said I grew up in the restaurant business, so I've always heard that people, to bring it back to food too, people eat with their eyes first. Yeah. And with art too. And
presentation is key.
Yeah. Image is key. So if they see that and they see $100 price tag in their head, that's $100 piece of art. Yeah. Because that's what they see. It brings
the value lower.
If they see that and they see $1,000, that's $1,000 piece of art.
Like, who the fuck is that? That guy's fucking awesome.
Exactly.
Yep.
So and dude, Cloud Kent, your art is the type of art that I see, and it is like, if it doesn't already, I don't know what you're charging for your art, but bro, it's high end shit. Like your shit, and like he said, like when you see it, it's Cloud Kent. Like there's nobody else that could almost be. Yeah,
Thank you.
Dude.
I appreciate that. It's a niche that I worked on for not overnight. It took a while, a lot. Like I said, a lot of Leonardo DiCaprio situations and a lot of fucking crying and a lot of frustration and throwing paint on the floor. Apartments hate me. Apartments hate me because I got paint on the floor still.
You never got a security deposit back.
Never. Your boy ain't never got any kind of security deposit back. But trial and error, guys. It really is consistency.
So are you a full-time artist now? That's all that you do?
I'm a hustler. So I'm a little bit of everything. I got like fucking 3 jobs right now. I work as like a food nutritionist right now at the current moment. I'm a full-time artist, and I actually have some stocks.
That's how you do it.
I'm a little bit of a businessman as well. Like, I've learned to be that. I used to be into my feelings. I'm still in my feelings, guys. But I've learned how to make those feelings into profit now that I'm a little bit older, and still very genuine. How to make that into profit and inspire people. That's the level that I am in right now. So yeah, stocks. I invested in business with my best friend, and it's about making the right move so that you can kind of segue into full on art entrepreneurship, and which I pretty much do right now. It's just I like money too.
yeah, hustler.
Yeah, I'm a hustler. I'm in New York state of mind kind of mentality.
Yeah. So is there anything you've achieved so far that you kind of hold as one of your greatest achievements, something you look back on and you're proud?
Yes.
What is that?
Oh my God, I might cry for this one. All right. This is probably this is something that I reflect on and has changed me as an artist. What I have here is it says draw hope. This is like my foundation. This means everything to me. Draw hope. And my mother, this was probably back in maybe 2014, right before I even knew I had a heart problem, before heart surgery. 2014, my mother had told me that they were doing a fundraiser for this kid named Mikey in Cape Coral, Southwest Florida. Mikey, damn, so this is crazy. Mikey was about 5 years old at the time, and at that time he was the same age as my little baby sister. They did a fundraiser for him to raise awareness for autism, and my mom was like, you know what? I think it would be a great idea if you do a painting for him. And I was just like, I was looking at pictures of him, and she was telling me about the fundraiser, and it was coming up. And I was just like, you know what? Yeah, I'd love to. Like, yeah. I'm starting to do art at this time, like really 2014. And I found out who his favorite superhero was. And my mother told me, and I was just like, all right, your boy is drawing Super Grover from Sesame Street. So I draw Super Grover pretty much in a very particular style, like that I do, like very pop art mixed in with street elements. And I did it in a nice little 12 by 18 inch canvas and whatnot. And I did it, and you know, I go to meet up with him along with my mother, and at the fundraiser there's a whole bunch of people there. I mean, the event was packed, like festival style. And I got to meet the kid's parents, Mikey's parents. And I was just like, yeah, listen, I have a cool little gift for Mikey. I'd love to give it to him. And the parents were like, sure, you know, he's right over here. So Mikey's in the carriage, like looking like a fucking angel and stuff like that. Cute kid. I go up to him. I have the canvas behind my back because I kind of like wanted to surprise him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, Mikey, what's up? Like, how you doing, man? And he's not paying attention to me. He's like, he's autistic. And I'm like, all right, well, here you go. I pull out the canvas behind my back. And he fucking just pops his head towards my direction now and towards the paintings. And just the whole mood shifted. His fucking eyes lit up like the sunshine. And he took the canvas immediately, bro, and he just started kissing it, like repeatedly, like
what?
Probably like 20 times. And I was just like wow, like I did that. Wow. You know, like that meant a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he stopped and he hugged it. He hugged the painting, and he looked at me. And that moment, I will never forget that fucking moment.
That's crazy.
He looked at the painting, yeah. And he acknowledged me at that time. And so we took some pictures together, and he just never stopped looking at me at that. That poor little angel, he died 2 months after that. Changed my life. I never saw art the same way. That moment, I never did. I got this tattoo, Draw Hope, because of him. Wow. And it changed my life. The way I look at art, the way I want to make people happy through my artwork and empower them. It's not always about sad art for me. Even though I'm only human, you know, I'll make an abstract piece sometimes. But I would love for you to kiss the canvas and hug it and just embrace whatever artwork that I can create and produce. And I am here today because of that. This is a blessing. I'm here in front of you talking because of that.
Yeah, that's huge, bro. That's touching, man.
Dang, that must have been such a special feeling to like put so much of yourself into something and then to see that reaction.
Yeah. There's no words for it sometimes, man. I look back at it right now and I'm just like, damn. Life is so short, man. 5 years old. And I was able to make you smile at least. You know, that makes me feel great. Mm-hmm. And it makes me question, like, why am I still here? I was supposed to die at his age with my condition. You know?
Yeah.
So I think about that stuff. Yeah.
Well, yeah, God's got a plan for you, man.
Yeah, God's plan.
Yeah. And to kind of change the mood, rest in peace, Mikey, man. That is seriously.
Love you, little guy.
That is sad. I'm glad though to see what it's done to you.
Oh yeah.
What that's created.
Yeah.
To kind of switch things up here, you showed tattoos you have on your knuckles. How many tattoos do you have? Because I have you on Facebook, and that's one thing I admire, bro. Like pause on that, like no homo, whatever you want to say. But like, dude, I'm like, look,
Pause on
I
that.
love tattoos. I'm about to get my second one. I got one here. I'm about to get my second.
Do
one
it, man.
on Friday.
You're
yeah,
fucking covered.
yeah.
I'm getting a tattoo on Saturday. I'm just getting
No way.
Sick,
Yeah,
dude.
Saturday. I can't wait.
So like, dude, they're just sick, bro. Your tattoos are sick.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
It's therapy.
I love
need
it.
that.
I know. I can't wait to.
What are you getting?
A sword going down the back of my arm.
I got a sword right going up my scar.
Sick, dude.
Love it.
Sick.
Yeah.
So, are you tatted full body? Like,
I don't have my legs done, which I plan to get my legs done because I have chicken legs, and I will always wear jeans. I'm a New Yorker, so we don't wear shorts too much. I'm learning how to wear shorts, when I go to the pool and stuff like that. That's about it. And the beach.
Yep. Have you gotten your tattoos? Have you gotten them down here?
It's a combination. A lot of my early tattoos are from New York, and a lot of them are from here. I go to my boy Aaron Atkin right now. He's fucking lacing me up right now.
Yeah, I've been seeing the post about your neck tats. That's
Yeah,
sick.
he's fucking
Sick,
abusing me, asshole. Nah, I love you, man.
What area has hurt you the worst? I heard the sternum is really bad.
Let me tell you what. That wasn't that bad. Honestly, the worst tattoo pain for me is the stomach. I wanted to cry so bad. And I love pain. Not that kind of pain.
Yeah.
That was like fucking razor blades being dissected through your stomach and just being carved. Like, that was not fun. Actually, Jay Gardner did it at Howl Tattoo. Shout out to Howl.
Yeah, shout out Jay.
Shout out to Jay too. And I haven't gone back to him since. He fucking killed me. Yeah, he was doing he was working on my stomach because I have like my whole torso done pretty much. And I was like, yo, Jay, my stomach was going like, it was doing the wibble wobble. And I was like, yo, Jay, listen, I'm hardcore. I'm just not that hardcore. I need like 5 shots of liquor right now. I need some beer. He was like, okay, bro. I bought like a couple cans of their highest 10% beer that they have there. And I was just like, all right, Jay, I'm ready. Smooth sailing from there.
Have you had to tap out through any of your sessions? Have you had to tap out?
That was the... Oh, no. I fucking take it. No, I take it like a G. But I had to tap out for that, just for an I needed an intermission.
Yeah.
I
Need a little break.
Need a little break.
What's been the longest sitting session?
Yeah.
Damn, about like 5 hours, 6 hours, 6 hours. Yeah. Usually the artists they tap out before I could tap out. So I'd take it.
That's the best way to do it too, because I feel like me with my rib piece, that was one where
that hurts.
He said that I was probably gonna need 2 days to do it, and the way I see it, as long as I know that it's gonna look good, I'll sit for whatever.
Yeah,
Like
might as
no
well.
matter how much it hurts. But I got so close. I
Yeah.
was so close to be like, dude, this hurts so bad.
That hurts.
Because you do the initial line work, and it's like, all right, that kind of fucking hurt.
Yeah.
And then they go and do like the first round of shading. You're like, okay, now it's getting pretty swollen. And then after you take a break and go
Nice
get
and
something to drink,
tenderoni and shit.
yeah, dude, it's all swollen, and then it's like you got a sunburn, and they're just scratching that shit with a toothpick or something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's not fun. I hate the healing process. It's just like you can't. Like, I've been getting my neck done recently, and that's a big commitment, But I can't get choked out no more by it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, ladies. I'm good now. But, yeah. You gotta... Tranquilo.
Man, it's so worth it too, though. Like, I hear some people talk about tattoos like it's like, why would you pay so much money and put your body through such pain just for that? But it's like, bro, to have someone's beautiful art on your body for your entire life, it's worth the money, it's worth the pain. And that's why I see when people do the cheap route and they'll get like a cheap tattoo because it's on sale.
Don't go cheap, guys.
No.
Pay the fucking... Just like with artwork, canvases, you're gonna get the story. You're gonna get just quality, dude. Like there's no money that can buy. Like you have to do quality. You can't go for cheap.
And ultimately, you'll get something worth having.
Yeah.
Because if you just spend $100 on a little piece, it's like that's gonna be the one you might want to get covered up later in life.
Yep, 100%. Yes. 100%.
I'm stoked for you to get your tattoo.
Yeah, me too. I want to fucking see it.
I'm gonna once we pass 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna tattoo him. I've never operated a tattoo.
Get the
machine.
fuck out of here.
Yep.
On his
Straight
ass
up.
or what?
I think on his leg.
On my leg, somewhere on my thigh.
We'll see though. We'll see. Maybe
I
we
want
get like
I want to see that happen, man.
Yeah, subscribe to our YouTube.
subscribe. For real. Should we get into Halloween stuff next?
So I wanted to ask, but to just go back off what we were just talking of, what has an artist like you ever thought of doing tattoo?
Tattooing?
Yeah.
I get asked that a lot, to be honest.
I
wouldn't mind doing it, but I heard that I would have to be an intern. What do you call it?
Apprentice.
I don't think I'm just too. How do you say it?
Too much of a hustler, man.
I'm too much of the alpha, I think.
Yeah.
To listen to orders and be demanded, like go pick up my fucking shit over there. Go pick up the trash. I can't do that, bro. I'm gonna be like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Respectfully, I'll be like.
I could see you like getting your own tattoo machine and you're just in your room like figuring it out, and then you just.
That's the way I would do it. Like you pay for my designs or whatever, you know, you get it on you. But I don't think my style is for that, you know. I think I'm just more set on the murals and canvases and just changing the world in that kind of way.
Yeah.
Hey, you never know. I may change my mind tomorrow. I'm just that spontaneous. I like challenges. I really do love challenges. So one day I may. You never know.
I'd like to see it.
Yeah.
I'd get a cloud cat tattoo.
Yo, my boy.
Hell yeah.
I have a couple people with cloud designs, like my designs.
Yeah, I saw it on your stories. I think I've seen on your story highlights.
Yeah, it's fun. I love seeing it. To be honest, I don't have none of my pieces on me yet.
True.
But I'm a perfectionist, so I want to make sure it's like lovely. Yeah.
Is there anything in entertainment wise that inspires your art? Like any like movies, TV series, like cartoons, anything like that?
Yes. Scarface.
Really?
Tony Montana. Scarface. I think he was like a father figure to me growing up. I used to watch him growing up. Like I would watch his movies on repeat pretty much, and he was almost like a father figure to me. Like especially growing up in New York. You kind of need to have that hard exoskeleton kind of exterior. And so for me, he was just like kind of like a role model. Like not necessarily, I'm not killing nobody or anything like that, but just having like the balls to, you know, kind of be who you want to be. At that age, I felt like I needed that to be in New York and stuff like that. So I would say Scarface is a big influence even to my art style today. My favorite color is red, black and white. So I kind of like, I would kind of like take inspiration to Scarface because that is kind of like the main colors in that movie. You look at the house and fucking decked out, red, black, gold, like very royal, like passion colors. And that's how I feel about these colors of mine. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, all my shit is from childhood. I feel 100%.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. Entertainment, yeah, Scarface for sure. Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
So I wanted to ask too, when you're painting like something like a mural, I guess everything would be different. Are you using a brush and roller? Or a can?
Oh no.
I only paint interior houses for work for my 9 to 5. So
okay, you do. So you actually could teach me something about that. What I do is I don't do the rollers. I do spray paints. I do spray paints for coverage, and I use paint brushes for like hard, solid outlines, which is like my bread and butter. I like to outline, and you know, I find me more using spray paints because it's just a lot easier, less hassle and stuff like that. Unless I have a big wall, like a lot of paint to cover, spray paints is probably not the best idea. Roller is though.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So I've had to use a roller just to prime the wall.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then, you know, do it after. I did a mural as a volunteer for Fort Myers Middle School.
Oh wow.
Yeah, just I'll show you. And I did it for free.
What?
I was just like, it's for the kids. I don't want no money. You know.
That's sick.
It's for the kids. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I had to use rollers for that because I wanted to do everything.
Yeah,
the whole thing. So
and
that was fun.
So when you're doing a mural like that, you'll you said you'll do the roller and get the background, and then when you have a design and you're coming in with whatever it is, even if it's just a swoosh, like if it's there's no swooshes on there. if there's just like a line that has like some play, and you're doing that with a brush and you're getting it on a wall. This might be a basic question, I don't know, but like for someone like you, is our brush strokes an issue when you have this design and you're like, okay, I'm gonna say you want to paint like this hand on a wall, this fist, and you go to like do the first initial thing, and then like brush strokes go through it, and you're like, damn.
I think, well, for me, I have a little bit of a cheat code in my head. I have a lot of symmetry. I'm not good with math, but my brain is coded and mapped out to everything is very symmetrical. So I already see the image on the wall. I don't draw it or I don't pre-plan it. I don't, I just see it already. So for me, it's like, here it is. It's just exactly how it is in my mind.
That's cool.
To perfection.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's like a hack, I think. I'm happy about that. Thank God I have that at least. But yeah, it just makes it a little bit more fun. So what I would do is, music is everything, guys. I would listen to music and just fucking zone the fuck out, and I'll be lost for the rest of the project. Yeah, it's so much fun. Oh my God.
That sounds fun.
Like, yeah, that's the shit that'll fuel your soul. For sure.
Music is very important, man. I would listen to anything from fucking Elvis to fucking Marvin Gaye to fucking Jay-Z to Kanye, Biggie to and don't even get me started. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. As we're coming to the conclusion of the episode, it is the season of Halloween, so I kind of wanted to get into some more spooky topics. Ooh. Do you fuck with horror movies?
I do. Yes, I do.
Because now, are you someone who gets really scared and enjoys being scared, or do you just like them for the sake of like the art?
I like fear. I like being scared.
What are some of your favorite ones?
All right, are you ready for this? You're probably gonna laugh. Chucky.
Okay.
Chucky. Likes Chucky.
Okay.
I like Chucky. Your boy scares the shit out of me. He's just weird. Like he's just like when he speaks in tongues, it's like fucking eerie. My hair stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Scary as shit.
Yep. And I could say that I feel like all of us as kids, like that was a movie from our childhood that like really fucked with us. Like kind of like Jaws. Like Jaws made everyone fucking scared of the beach. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like a giant shark. This is a toy that is now murdering you and your family.
Exactly.
And not only that, but the fact that it was an animatronic. Like I don't know if you knew. I don't know if you know exactly what went into the doll.
I didn't know that,
bro. Yeah, the art that went into the Chucky dolls. They made probably like they made a different one for each different little like head of his, like different like expressions and stuff, and they made it robotic. So like it was a robotic thing.
Okay, yeah. Now I could picture the animation, the eyebrows and shit.
And that's why it looks so creepy. That's why practical effects from like a lot of these older movies are so creepy, like The Exorcist and shit like that. That's all real. Someone just did that makeup on a person. It's not just like this CG digital like creature that they made.
Yep.
And you notice it too. Like you notice in movies
100%.
When the monster or like evil entity is digital, it's not that scary.
It's not.
Yeah. Have either of you seen the movie Mama? Came out a while back, probably like 7 to 10 years ago. Mama. No. It was about these two like feral little kids that are found in the woods, and they're just like these like wild like beasts, like rabid animals. And they grew up in the woods, and they had this like mom figure, and you only the whole movie it's all about sounds. Like you just hear this like kind of like The Grudge type shit, where like you hear this like weird clicking, and you see like you'll sometimes like see her hand like come out from under the bed to like kiss the kids goodnight or whatever, and it's freaky as fuck. Then the not knowing what it looks like, and then
the mystery is the scariest part. Yeah, like, I don't even want to see you sometimes. It's just like,
dude, by the end of the movie,
you create it.
You see it. It's like, and I've noticed this. Once you see the villain thing too much, it makes it not scary.
Not scary at all.
There's a whole sequence where like you just are looking at the mama's face, and it's all digital, and I'm just like,
that ain't scary.
Man, that's not even that scary.
Fuck was I scared of the whole time? Mystery, like you said, mystery and lighting. A lot of these fucking horror movies now, they fuck up because there's too much light.
Yeah.
Make that shit dark.
The film score, too. I feel like the soundtrack plays a huge role in how scary it is, too. Like, bro, Insidious.
Yes!
Yo, I bet you love that for the color scheme.
I love that movie. Not only for the color scheme, but they actually did it right. My mother's a medium. She's a psychic.
No way.
Oh, wow.
I learned a lot of my intuition from her, like trusting your gut, and a lot of spirit from her. Like, so she is like that woman. I forget her name, but she could channel entities like from out of this realm and from this realm, like dead relatives, and actually speak in tongues. Is fucking crazy. She could channel that. Like she's mastered that. So watching Insidious is probably, it's funny that you say it. One of my favorite movies as well, a horror movie.
Freaky.
Yeah, very freaky.
Danny, I was wondering what I don't think I've heard from you. What's like a movie you regard as one of your freakiest ones from childhood?
Man, I'll go on record and just say that I don't really do the scary movie thing. Me
you
personally,
don't?
No, I have and I will, but for me personally, I just don't do it. Just because, man, like I don't know, man. I get in my head, bro. Like I like to be confident. I like to, walk around knowing like because when I was a kid, that shit scarred me. Like I'd be like, I'd have to walk around like in the shower. I'd be like, no, it's all fake. It's all fake. I'm washing my hair. I'm like, everything's fake. All those movies are fake. Like, be scarred from watching the scary movies.
Yeah, I feel that.
So I prefer not to do that to myself now. But dude, fucking the one that scarred me, not even seeing the movie, was The Exorcist, and it was because of that fucking maze game thing. I don't know if you've heard it. Yeah, it's like some stupid little game. This game that it can't be won. It's like the purpose is to get scared, and so it's like there's 3 levels, and on the 3rd level, you're this little square, and you got to get through the mazes without touching the wall.
With your mouse, you move the mouse to like you got to really pay attention. And
is it like Snake or something like that?
It's
the format is laid out kind of similar to Snake. There's like
interesting.
It's just a geometric, and it's just like a maze that goes like this. Simple. Round 1, you just go with the mouse and just follow it through without hitting the walls. And then round 2, it's a little more intricate. Okay. And then by round 3, the little hallways to get the box through are really tiny up at the top. Well, so you like really got to pay attention.
Yeah. Like at the end, the way they did it, because on round 3, that's when the pop up comes, and it's like. At the end, it gets so small, and you're trying to fit your mouse through, and you're getting close to the screen. You're like, and then it pops up, and then the noise to it screams, and the Exorcist.
Oh yes,
up. Yeah.
I hate that shit.
Yeah,
that's happened to me a bunch of times as a kid. I fucking hate those motherfuckers.
And you know what's crazy?
Assholes.
Our friend David Lewis. Him and I were like boys, me and David, and then Danny was like kind of the younger dude. We all 3 would hang out, but Danny was like the younger brother. And I didn't know what the maze game was, but he did, and he was like, "Yo, let's scare Danny with this maze game. It's gonna be so funny." And he Danny smelt it. He's just like, "Bro, you guys this isn't real." Like, because it was like 1 a.m, and Danny's like, "Why are we playing a game on your dad's computer?" Like, Danny sniffed it out, and then so he was lying to Danny, and he's like, "Yo, okay, something does pop out, but it's not till round 5, so I want to see if you can get through the first 3 of these because it's actually a hard game." And then Danny's like, "I could," and then I didn't know what the shit was either, so I'm like, "Okay, round 5, I'm gonna prepare myself." And then round 3 comes up, and Danny can't do it. He can't even get to the point where it scares you. He keeps failing. So I'm like, "Let me help you through at least round 3," and then it pops up on me.
Yo, dude, I've done that before, and I almost peed my pants. I fucking hate it. Yeah. So I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. Shit's freaky. And what scares me the most about horror movies, because I don't get as scared about like the demonic stuff or possession or anything like that. It doesn't scare me as much as like the realistic stuff, like The Strangers. You remember that movie?
No.
The Strangers. I don't think you've seen it either. It's creepy. The whole movie is just these 2 married couple. They go to like the woods in a cabin for a honeymoon. Mm-hmm. Obviously, recipe for disaster. And there are these like 3 strangers that are just masked. Just like the main dude is like a big guy, and he just has like a flour sack over his head with like some holes cut out. Other 2 are 2 girls, and they have like some like little plastic masks. Look creepy, just simple masks. And the whole movie is just these 3 strangers fucking with this couple, and they'll like get into the house, and there's creepy scenes of like it like being in the house, and they're like sitting at dinner, and you just see it behind them.
Is it an older movie or what?
It probably like 20. I want to say maybe like 2008, 2009.
It kind of sounds familiar.
But that's the whole movie. And then by the end of it, couple dies. Spoiler alert, couple dies.
Damn it!
But you don't, you never know why. And then there's even a last scene that's kind of cheesy. I wish they kind of would have left it out. But there's a scene where they're facing these strangers, and they're all like fucking bloody, tied up, like about to be killed. And then they're just like, "Why are you doing this?" And then they're just like, in the mask, they're just like, "'Cause you were home." And that's all they say. And like that's the whole movie. You never really know why the people do it. It's just these fucking people killing this couple in the woods, and it's like that's shit that happens in the world. You know what I mean?
Straight up, it does actually.
That's what freaks me out,
because it's a real possible scenario.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. More real, because I'm not gonna say that like there's no such thing as ghosts or demons or anything.
Right.
But it's more.
It can happen.
Yeah.
See, that doesn't scare me as much, because I got a gun.
True, or you could just beat their ass or something.
Yeah.
Danny's got a gun.
So yeah,
I need to get a gun, man. You would think I don't have a fucking gun. Everybody tells me to get a gun. I'm like, nah, I'm a pacifist.
Yeah, I've thought about strapping up. I don't have a gun either. You have a gun?
Yeah, sure.
You're like, who's asking?
Yeah, exactly, bro. It's around the corner. Fucking scary ass clown, bro. Yes, I got a gun. That's all that matters.
Do you have any Halloween plans this year?
Dude, no, I don't. But you know what? There's so many things that I could do. being a bald guy, I could be One Punch Man. I could be Bane from Batman.
Yep.
The possibilities are fucking endless. I could be Cloud Kent too. Like, they're fucking endless. I really don't. But I think I want to do something like I'll go to my mom's house, and I have my siblings that are a lot younger, and give out candy to kids and stuff like that. I think I might be One Punch Man. I don't know. Yeah, I'm at that age.
Yeah, Halloween as an adult is kind of weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
Because it's like you either stay at home and give out candy, or
Right.
you go out and do the Halloween party type thing.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Either or. I'm done with the parties and stuff like that.
I will say, starting last year was my first time, because I would usually just do the same route, like go out with the family and just like with the kids,
Right.
just help
Right.
them, dress up as something, whatever, just whatever I could throw together. But last year was the first time I went around like the music scene, and I went to like shows, like Howell had a Halloween show. And,
Okay,
like,
yeah, they do that.
And it was dope. I gotta say, I don't know what kind of shit's gonna happen this year, but
yeah, with all
it'll
this,
still be fun.
Like the COVID and stuff like that, it just changes everything. Really, like
Yeah.
hopefully it's fun for the kids though, man. Stay safe.
Yeah.
Wear your the scariest mask in the world.
Yeah. Has all this stuff affected your work at all, or your hustle or anything?
It did. Actually made it better for art, but I actually when it happened back in February, I had just come back from New York, because I'm in New York constantly, and then it just, the outbreak, it just fucking happened. And then I remember being at home all up until July, just staying home because I was just paranoid, and I have a heart condition, so I'm a high risk COVID patient, and I just locked in. I got in my head a lot. I was very depressed. I didn't see nobody. I didn't even see my family for a long time. But I was creating and fucking depressed at the same time. Bad recipe. But yeah, I got to learn a lot about myself, patience, and just, just going through the woes, going through the motions. I think a lot of people have gone through the motions with this COVID, and I applaud you if you're still here. Rest in peace to all the people who have lost their lives due to COVID. I lost some family members too. But yeah, man, it was tough, but for my art, it was great. It definitely was. Yeah.
So has it got to a point now of just kind of acceptance of like the new normal and just moving forward?
Definitely is. I think with what makes us so great as human beings is the fact that we have the ability to learn and evolve accordingly.
Yeah.
Not all human beings. Not all. But I'd like to say myself and you guys and people who are pretty bright, we learn and evolve.
Yep. Adapt and overcome.
Adapt and overcome. Right, exactly.
Did you have anything other topics you wanted to bring up before we wrap it up?
No, I think that's good. Anything you want to touch on?
Yes, I do. I would like to thank City of Palms. Thank you guys, Brian and Danny, for having me. You guys are fucking amazing. Love you guys.
Thank you.
I had a fucking blast being here. You guys had to follow me, please. At my Instagram is Cloud Kent. You can follow me on Facebook. We could be friends. You could see my rants on Twitter. And actually, today is the day that I launched my website, which means a lot to me. It took me forever to do it. I don't know why. cloudkent.net. Just launched it today, so I'm pretty excited.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Happy Halloween, boys and
Happy
girls.
Halloween.
Woo! One thing we do like to ask the guests as we come to a close is, no name is too far-fetched. Is there anyone you would like to see in this seat for us to talk to?
Interesting. Who do I want to see here? Have you spoken to Victor?
We haven't had Victor in yet. Nope.
Victor would be a good one here. I like Ronan. Also,
Ronan,
Stoner
yeah,
Ronan.
yeah.
I think he's
We
an
haven't had him
interesting
either.
character.
Mm-hmm.
Both of those guys. Mastermind.
Yeah,
Really,
dude.
he's one of my best friends over here. I don't have a lot of friends, but he is definitely. We do a lot of art together. He's definitely one person I think interesting person. Yeah, I learned a lot from him.
All right. Is there anything else you wanted to plug before we?
No. If you're creative, please continue being a creative. please continue being you. Don't ever let nobody restrain you, not even from yourself. Be yourself, create, don't overthink. I know that's hard to do, but you have to do it. All right? Love yourself, be strong, be you. Thank you, guys.
Hell yeah. Nothing is a coincidence, everybody. Where can I find us at, Danny?
You can find us at City of Palms Podcast, YouTube, Facebook, anywhere you listen to podcasts. Follow us on Instagram.
Yes,
subscribe to the YouTube. Get us to 1,000. By episode 100 so I can get that tattoo.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, episode 68. Hit him with that outro,
Peace.
Thorn.
Yee!